Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So in this video, we will talk about how to improve your trading for 2021 and what is, I believe, the most important thing that you have to do in order to get good results. This is a principle that I've been applying in my trading for years. It has a principle that has been working forever, I would even say, in trading, and it is even more crucial to apply in 2021. You guys will understand why. So really excited to dive into this. I think it will be a very valuable video. Just before that we start, as always guys, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it, and it just helps the channel grow more and more. And make sure as well that you are subscribed to the channel, well, if it's not already done. So as you guys can see, we are on the markets right now. This is the stock market, so the US stock market, and I'm going to use this chart to illustrate this principle, and you guys will understand fairly easily what it is, but it's very, very important that everyone applies this in order to get good results. So the principle is very simple in basic, but we need to dive a bit more into it for you guys to really understand what it truly means. And so the principle is that what you have to do as a trader is to concentrate on the chart and forget about anything else. So forget about other people's trade, forget about other people's opinions, forget about what you see on TV, forget about what you believe, which is oftentimes your biggest enemy. So forget everything, forget all the beliefs, forget all the opinions, focus on the chart in itself. And I'm going to show you guys with the US stock market why it is so important and so crucial for you guys to do this. So the first big example that we can see here and that we can look at which this principle apply is the 2014-2015 area. So, well, more 2015 actually, but even in 2014 it started. So what do I mean by that? Well, for those of you guys who have not been trading for long, you probably don't know about this. So I'm going to explain you guys very briefly what was happening in 2015. So most of you guys probably know, but I started to trade in the summer of 2015. So I was already kind of in the mix of this whole situation happening. And so basically, as you guys can see here on the chart, we have a correction. So a moment in time where the price does not do anything. It does not really go up. It does not really go down. It just kind of goes sideways. This even started a bit in 2014, right? Like we were still around the same prices around these levels here. And so what you guys have to understand is that during this period, so around 2015, a lot of people were talking about a market top. So they were forecasting that the market would start to go down very aggressively. So a lot of people had this view, and even big names in the industry. So we have people like George Soros, for example, who is one of the biggest guy in trading. You know, like this guy has made a lot of money, billions of dollars, and he was looking for a top. And that's just one example, but we could cite many different people as well. But my point is that you had so many people, including big names, so people who manage, you know, millions and billions and big hedge fund guys and things like that. A lot of people were looking for a topping point around these levels, and they were finding all different type of reasons of why the market could not go up more of these levels here. And so as you guys can see, what happened really, right? Now that we are 5 years later, if we look back at this chart, what did we get? Well, as I just said, we just got a sideways movement right here, which is a correction. And that's a very normal thing to get on the market. And then what did we get? We broke above, we made a smaller one here, we broke above, and the market never looked back after this level. We just had a big up move right here. And so this is a very, you know, typical type of movement. I mean, we see these corrections everywhere, right? You just need to look at the charts, and there are corrections all over the place, and that's perfectly normal. That's how things move. So the point is that if you had listened to these top, you know, hedge fund guys or these top traders, and you had just gone with everyone, right, thinking that this year would be the top and that we would get a big crash. Let's say that you would just have sold all your stocks. Well, you would have missed on a big portion of a bull market, right? And so the point is that if you had just followed the chart, if you just had listened instead of what the price is actually doing, just looking at it, I mean, there was no reason to panic. There was no reason to do anything here. If we look at some technical analysis, I mean, here you had the line in the sand, right? We can see these series of lows right there, which are the lows of the correction. As long as these levels hold, there is nothing to do on the market. There is no fear to have. Everything is perfect. If this would have broken under this level, then make a correction and then resume off and break this level here, then okay, this would have been a technical signal to say, okay, there might be some risk on the market. We might get a bigger down move than expected. So then you can take some actions relative to that. But if the chart does not confirm an opinion, the opinion is completely useless. So instead of going down, what did we get? Well, we can put another line right here if we want. What did we get? Well, this was the high of the correction. So we came back above it. We broke the high. We made a smaller one. As I said, we broke and we never looked back and we went to the upside. So it did the complete opposite of what everyone thought. So the point and the lesson here, very simple. You need to listen to what the chart is doing, to what the price is showing you, and not anybody else or even your own opinion. Opinions don't matter. That's the point, okay? Like, markets are never wrong. You could be wrong. Everybody could be wrong. But the markets are never wrong, okay? So it's always about listening to what the chart is saying. Now, if we look at another example, we can look at what happened last year on the stock market, and we will see the same thing, okay? So in 2020, we had at the beginning of the year the coronavirus pandemic, obviously, and we had a big market crash. And then we had the recovery, which was boosted by the central banks printing money and buying financial assets with that. And so I personally, so just to put you guys back in context, I even made videos about this. So after this big down move, we started to go back up. And during this phase right here, I was personally quite bearish on the stock market. So I thought that this would just be a correction and that at some point we would get more downside. That is what I believe. I even made YouTube videos about that. But what did I say? You guys can even go back and watch these videos. They are still available on YouTube. What did I say? I said that if we don't get a confirmation of the chart, right, so of the price action, there is no reason to sell. That is the most important thing ever, waiting for a price confirmation. So even though I had an opinion, which was that I thought that the market would go down more, did I trade this opinion? No, I did not, because I never got the confirmation that we were going lower. It just never happened. So I never got in the trade and I never lost money. I know a lot of people who tried to sell the market because they thought that it was going down. Did they lose money? Yes, because the market just kept going up. Did I lose money? No, because I follow the chart and I respect the market. I don't force my opinion on the market. Even if I believe something, I'm not going to trade what I believe in until that the market proves me that I can be right and that it can actually happen that way. So that is by far one of the most important lessons that I've learned in the last 5 years and a half of my trading experience. This is a rule that I always follow in my trading. And it's crazy how many bad trades I was able to avoid by just following this rule. And here we have one. I mean, would it have been a good trade to sell the US stock market in 2020? No, not really, especially after this first crash right here, right? So it would not have been a good trade and I would have lost money, but I did not take these trades because of this one specific rule that I have to follow the chart, I have to follow the market, and that is more important to do than just my simple opinion or the opinion on everybody else. Okay, so very crucial point. That was the lesson that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to keep it short. I don't have much more to say. We covered everything that we had to look at. So if you guys like the video, please leave it a like. I would really appreciate it. Make sure that you share this around. A lot of people have this difficulty to follow the market and not listen to their opinion. So I think it can be very valuable for a lot of traders to hear this video and to start 2021 on the right path. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.